on injuries. For their part, Arsenal have still not been able to get John Hollins fit. He's got a calf strain, and Danny O'Shea, who made his first appearance against Birmingham last week, keeps his place at right back. Tony Woodcock has recovered from an ankle injury and plays. And the referee is Eric Reid of Bristol. And it's Luton who get the game underway. They're in the white strip, attacking the goal to our right, and after a really bright start on their return to the First Division, badly needing a good result today, they've lost their last 3 games against West Bromwich Albion, against Charlton in the Milk Cup, although they went through on aggregate, and last week against Nottingham Forest, against an Arsenal side today in a change strip of green and blue. Here's O'Leary, the Arsenal captain. And Robson couldn't quite get the ball back to Danny O'Shea. Robson, number 9, 18 years old today. Leaving it for young Danny O'Shea, 20-year-old, playing only his 2nd game. He sounds Irish, but in fact is a Middlesex lad. O'Leary. Sanson really have to chase there because it's quite a gusty wind blowing from behind Arsenal. A really chill, wintry afternoon. O'Leary forward now for Talbot. And a pass on the whistle. Possibly Robson offside on the far side, giving Luton the free kick. Both goalkeepers in brilliant red jerseys today. Jake Finlay for Luton and George Wood for Arsenal. Horton, it's a nice ball, flighted beautifully for Donachie, playing at right back. And hits it straight at Davis. Money coming in, and Ricky Hill, he's not offside, and Walsh almost getting in there, and with a firmer touch would have been sure to have scored. Arsenal hesitating for just a moment, thinking there may have been an offside. And Talbot, well, a misunderstanding there, very nearly producing a goal for Arsenal, as Talbot was on a tremendous breakthrough. The back pass was a poor one, and it put Finlay in all sorts of trouble, and Talbot almost turned it in to put Arsenal into an early lead. But it's still 0-0 with scares at both ends. White's header, Talbot, Woodcock, Ricks away out on the right, Sunderland, Woodcock, Davis all waiting patiently in the middle. O'Shea made the most of a bad job there. O'Leary, Talbot, Robson. Good simple passing, finding their men well, as Sanson finds Davis. Trouble getting the cross in though. Sanson once again. Did well. Good cross. Sunderland on the far side, and a good save. Good move by Arsenal. And a good cross by Kenny Sanson to finish it off. Gave himself the space there. A deep one. Sunderland got up so well, and a good reaction saved by goalkeeper Finlay. So Ricks with the corner for Arsenal. Floated in there once more. Chris White is there, impeding Finlay as he attempted the punch. And a free kick. Arsenal throw. Although it looked to come from O'Leary, it must have flicked Walsh. Robson going strongly through there for Arsenal, and he's got Ricks away if the pass is a good one. Graham Ricks, and it's not away yet, but it's okay now for Luton. The whistle had gone, in fact, right at the end there, but it was a lovely piece of play, strong and forceful there by Robson, and then the right pass there for Ricks, hit first time against the legs of the keeper, and the rebound had to be caught there. Davis. Easily cut out by Turner, in turn caught by Robson. Davis once again, this time the interception by Money. And apart from an odd couple of moves by Arsenal, nobody seems to be able to put a concerted move together. Both sides seem to be afflicted by some terrible disease and giving it away to the opposition. But here's Sunderland, and it's Sunderland again, and it's not away now. Donaghy eventually gets it away. Luton were looking around for an offside flag, but it never came. It was a quickly taken free kick. It put Sunderland clear. Somehow he got it the first time, and in the end Donaghy got it away for the corner. Two very near things indeed, but it stays at 0-0, coming up to 25 minutes of the first half gone. Ricks, Talbot, fall for Ricks again. It was a very good ball, and it would have fallen beautifully for Woodcock. The only thing from Arsenal's point of view was that Goodyear just got there first, but the idea was an absolute beauty. It wasn't quite so good from Ricks, comfortably into the arms of keeper Finlay. Only Walsh is up front for Luton, but he's made something of it, because the ball now comes to David Moss. No! Trying to put it into the path of Steen, and Robson is there. Saved by Wood from Moss. Gets in it again. No, was it a handball there? No. And in the end, somehow Arsenal retrieve the situation, and Wood grabs the ball. It was played in beautifully there by Walsh from Moss. Wood just touched it there. They still thought they had a chance with Steen. They thought they had a chance with Moss. Wood saw to that it wasn't. Steen thought he had a chance. Luton thought it was handball, but Wood grabbed the ball. Davis. A bit of a Houdini there. Now Sunderland. For Davis. Quite get it. Oh, a bad throw out by Finlay. Now, can Ricks punish them for that? No, he can't. Oh. It may have been there was a flutter in that Scottish heart in the Luton goal for a moment. Terrible throw out. Oh, it's a good game. But it's goalless, and it's with White, and now with Ricks. Woodcock being policed by Richard Money. Shoving going on there from both of them. But it's a throw for Arsenal. Once again, it'll presumably be Kenny Sansom. It's not, it's Talbot now in possession. Ricks playing it into Sansom, who'd gone forward. Tried to get it back for Graham Ricks. Just hitting the outside of the post. You can see that's the wind that is behind Arsenal, and they're having much more of the game. We're making time added on for stoppages now. It'll be Kenny Sansom, who's had a really first-class first half. To Robson, Shea, Woodcock. Been lively up front. And a great save from Robson, denying him a goal on his birthday. He's broken once or twice really effectively from the back. And it was a good save by Finlay. Well to beat Robson, couldn't keep it in play. O'Shea with the throw. Money, a long clearance. Steen getting past O'Shea, but now O'Leary might be a different proposition. And O'Shea has come back to support. got his problems. Esteen, but he solved them all. Ricky Hill, Al Donaghy, what to say? Might have made a little more of that, I would have thought, Luton. Well, that wasn't very clever. Sanson playing the ball there, but in the end recovering before Hill can make something of it. Well, can Woodcock get in? No, because Findlay had judged it to a nicety. From first to last, a really unrelenting pace. We've certainly had enough goal-mouth thrills, but as yet we haven't had a goal. Arsenal have not scored in their last 2 league games, and Luton in their last 3. We've certainly had enough chances in the first half. Luton, in fairness, had 1 or 2 as well. Arsenal, who've lost only 1 of their last 6 games, it includes a couple of Milk Cup games against 3rd Division Cardiff. They're clearly not going through a bad spell at the moment. Young Paul Davis for them, and now Kenny Sanson. Talbot. He hit it straight at Fucillo and then hit the ball with his arm. In fact, Luton, for their part, although they haven't scored in their last 3, scored 28 in their previous 11, and they remain the league's top scorer in the First Division with Tottenham. Sanson. Sunderland, a little nod down for Davis. Quick intervention by Horton. O'Leary. Steen caught by Talbot. A free kick for Luton. So Brian Horton into the path of Lou Fucillo. Getting it back nicely from Steen. Fucillo, he'd like to get it onto his left foot. Instead he gives it to Walsh, who not only was offside, but the ball was always running away from him. I'm just surprised that Fucillo didn't have a little pop himself then. Now Woodcock on his way. He's got Sunderland up there with him. Good turn of speed. And in the end, Goodyear had to stick out of this sparing boot to concede the corner. Sunderland and Woodcock are both lurking in the Luton 6-yard area. And well, there was almost a lazy half turn there by Sanson. And again, you have the feeling that Arsenal might have made a little more of that. From the moment Findlay had gone and had not connected. But it's another corner. It's Graham Rix with this one. A little flick back. Goodyear, Robson, and a good save. Had very little chance to see that Findlay, but he was down on it like a hawk. A flick on by O'Leary, hit firmly by Robson. Talbot. Another corner. Brian Talbot. And Arsenal's corner quickly taken. Luton caught out a little bit there. Rick's trying. Sloppy play by Luton from that corner, and they were punished in the severest way by Graham Rix. They were caught out when the corner was played to Rix, and he hammered that in under the crossbar. 1-0. Break again for Arsenal, and Woodcock chasing this one. The bounce might be awkward for Goodyear, but he controlled it well. It's Ricky Hill. Horton, who's looking hard at the referee, but nothing was coming his way. Goodyear in a bit of trouble. Talbot coming up quickly, but couldn't quite get possession of it. Robson trying to get it across to Woodcock. Ricks laying it wide. Good period this for Arsenal. Sunderland. The ball broke for him nicely. Talbot trying to turn it in. 2-0. Ryan Talbot the second. 2 goals in a little over a couple of minutes have suddenly put Arsenal right in the clear. The ball bounced kindly for Sunderland there. He hit a good cross in. Talbot was up from the midfield. Wide of Finley. 2-0. So a really good first half has burst into life now into the second half with the goals really that the game required. Long challenge by O'Shea on Moss, and Luton at this moment against a defence as established as Arsenal, already beginning to contemplate 4 successive defeats. Antic warming up for Luton. Sanson, Ricks, Woodcock, played in by Sanson, and Robson was almost getting in there on that far side. It was Wayne Turner who just got it away for Luton. Hill, Steen, Sanson. Good year now for Luton. Unrelenting pace in this game. A lot of high excitement, but not from that sort of pass. O'Shea. Oh, that was a bad ball though. And it's with Moss trying the chip. Luton are back in it. The slight error by Danny O'Shea, and Horton was able to feed the ball for Moss, and what a lovely chip that was. He saw Wood 4 or 5 yards off the line. Absolute perfection. So Luton 1, Arsenal 2, 17 minutes of the second half gone, and the game has now really erupted. It's at a high level excitement right through a good first half, and now the second half has produced the goals as Antic has come on, and Luton have made their substitution. And it's Wayne Turner who's gone off. Well, it may just be the impetus that Luton require. It was certainly a superbly executed goal by David Moss. Talbot, and when they were 2 up you thought they might be coasting it, but that's not the way it is. But here's O'Leary, and suddenly those little things are just not going Arsenal's way anymore. The foul by O'Leary on Antic, and the free kick is taken, and the referee wants to take David O'Leary's name. The Arsenal captain, totally uncharacteristic for him, I must say, to get a name in the book. But it's there. It's a free kick. And Richard Money will take it. Hit high towards Antic on the far side, but didn't really get, or rather Donaghy didn't really get a clear run at it. Woodcock, a good jump. Money finding for Chiller, who's now slotted into left back. Moss. Antic. Fuchillo. That's a good ball, Steen. Putting 1 or 2 things together now. Still continue to go their way. Kept possession when it seemed unlikely, but in the end, Horton's pass goes straight to young Danny O'Shea. Money versus Woodcock. Horton. Walsh! 2-2! Arsenal claiming offside, but it won't be given. And Luton have come back into it to 2-2 in a lovely piece of play by young Paul Walsh. The ball played in by Horton, just as it had been for the first goal. Good control, kept his head and found the net. 2-2. I think we were talking a few minutes back of Luton facing their fourth successive defeat. Well, it might still happen, of course, but the pendulum has really swung their way now. O'Leary challenged by Walsh. Winning it in the air. Moss to Walsh. What that goal has done to him, but Robson was onto him just as he was just getting that right boot back for a shot. Moss now turning it in for Donaghy. Luton really on the rampage now. Free kick on the edge of the Arsenal box, and yes, the Arsenal player Paul Davis will go into the book. He'll take it. Money is there. And the goal kick. Ricky Hill up. Chris Wood away. Return by Horton. A touch by Steen for Hill. In for Brian Steen again. Back for Antic. Oh, and he smacks at that one and really should have made much more of it. A little bit of excitement creeping in there. Well, a lovely build-up again by Luton, and the battle really has swung their way. Goodyear back to Jake Finlay. White. Donaghy. White again. Here's Walsh. Hill. Tempting Steen to go in. Walsh is there as well. Caught it well, and so did Wood. Certainly knows where the goal is. There's a great ability to get on target. It didn't fall comfortably for him, but there was the shot. Well, he kept it in. That'll surprise Luton, and it might make them a little unhappy. In the end, they can bring it away. But they certainly took something for granted that might have been very dangerous. Sunderland keeping that ball in well. And here's Steen. Free kick. Or is it? No, it's a throw. Luton keen to gather it up, looking for what would really be a famous victory, but we're in the last few seconds now with the score at 2-2. Walsh. Skills and a bit of strength to go with them. And a lovely little ball through for Steen. Crossed in. My word, that was a bit unfortunate for Arsenal because that deflected off a defender and Wood had to readjust slightly in order to grab it. Sunderland and Woodcock. A few whistles in the crowd at the moment, anxious fans, but I can't think anyone really wants this one to stop. It's been so good from the very first whistle. Talbot. O'Leary. Here's Fuchillo. Now Robson. A break on for Arsenal. Can Woodcock get there first? Woodcock trying to turn it into the path of Robson, but now Luton are back in strength. It was the old stager, Brian Horton, who got him out of a spot of bother, and Antic, who now gets Steen on his way. Wood is right out of his goal at the other end, and playing it carefully and accurately to Kenny Sansom. already played a minute of time that referee Eric Reid has added on for stoppages. But Arsenal come forward again with Sanson, and now with Talbot. But it's all over now. An exhilarating game, and Arsenal appearing to be superbly placed, 2-0 ahead. And then what a comeback it was by Luton. First that goal from David Moss, floating it over the head of keeper George Wood, and then Paul Walsh getting the goal that made sure of a point for Luton. Applause all around the ground for a really first-class match, which is a credit to both sides. And a final score, it's Luton 2, Arsenal 2.
All tickets sold.